on what we want to achieve as Muhimbili, as a pharmacy department. We want to focus on pharmacy excellence. But how is that going to be achieved? How can we do it? This is what we want to discuss as we take a look at the approach that we want to use. But before digging deeper into that approach, perhaps just to highlight the importance of why we want to be certified. So the ISO 9001:2015 standard is a skeleton. It's a framework. It's, for example, when you want to build a house. You know a house has got a floor, it's got a foundation, it's got a roof, it's got walls, it's got windows. But we're all different. We're going to have different color walls, different roofing types, different type of foundations according to where the house is built. And this is what we want to do with this system. It's a skeleton, but we as the pharmacy department, we are going to put flesh into it. We want to customize it, make it work for us as Muhimbili. We don't want anything that's generic, because when we use it, we are the ones who carry out the work. So we want to make sure what we implement is something that we're definitely going to use and going to apply on a daily basis. The three things that the ISO standard would want to focus on is patient requirements. How do we know what a patient needs? How do we meet those needs? And how are those needs met? We know we have the Ministry of Health, we have TMDA. How do we meet their requirements? Are we following through? Are we really satisfying the requirements from those legal and statutory requirements? But last but not least, efficiency, improvement. How do we do it? Each and every single time that we work, looking at the presentation, before using VGSafe, we were doing things manually, but we adopted it, went to VGSafe, and improvement. This is what the standard wants us to focus on. As we work, how can we improve our activities to make sure that we become efficient, but also we meet the patient requirements. This particular standard is based on 7 principles, but I'll simply focus on 2 that are important for us to know. The first one has to do with people engagement. I see there's probably maybe close to 100 of us in here, and we work in different areas of the pharmacy department. We work as a team. We want to be engaged. We want to be involved. How do we get involved? We have different departmental meetings. Please feel free to share your opinions, your thoughts in those meetings, because all of the things that we experience on a daily basis do impact. Some of the things, the challenges we face, our heads of departments might not know, but it is up to us to bring those to light so that they can be addressed. So people engagement is going to be very big, and this is something that we'll also use during our approach. Evidence-based decision-making is the second principle. Whatever we do needs to have evidence. Why have we taken a certain action? Why have we bought a new freezer for storing our medication? What are the reasons behind it? Was the old one not working anymore? Did it need repair? Did it need servicing? We need to understand the reasons why we take a particular action. So evidence-based decision-making is going to be very important when we carry out this activity. So now coming through to the strategic plan, how is our journey going to work? So there's a principle that is applied by the standard, and it's broken down into 4 key areas. We plan, we do, we check, and we act. PDCA. So as we're carrying out our activities, we want to pay particular attention. How do we plan? We have our strategic plan that is probably laid out. How are we going to break it down into different components in the different subdivisions that we have to follow and achieve that particular goal? We've made the plan. How are we going to carry out that plan? How do we do the work? This is where we come in, our day-to-day activities. Where do we start off from? How do we end? What is involved? What are those challenges? What are the controls that we have? When we have done an activity, we want to be able to check. Has it been done correctly or not? No matter how it has been done, it is important for us to check, because we need to act, which is the last element. Act by taking decisions. We've got areas where things will go wrong in our system. It's not a problem. It happens. But when things go wrong, what do we do? How do we address it? And there's going to be an element that helps us to focus on that. When things go wrong, we focus on the root cause. What caused it to happen? Why did it happen? Who was involved? What was involved? Where was it done? And then we put in steps and measures to prevent it from happening again in the future.